Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Gnomoria. This is a little weird because I decided to do away with headphones for the time being, because honestly, the music in this game gets a little, it's a little peanut buttery in the way that it is stuck in my head constantly, and I've decided to alleviate that by relieving myself of the sound, although I don't know what people's opinions necessarily are on having the music always present, but I think after a point I would turn it off, or at least try to find some kind of music that I could actually listen to without getting into trouble or anything like that, but that would require effort, and you know what? Nah, no thanks. Let's see, I'm trying to remember where I was. I played a little bit after the last episode. That's right, I was watching stuff get built. I finished a lot of the floor replacement, and yeah, I basically watched them smelt stuff for a really long time. They just sort of watched this little quadrant here, trying to see how long it would take for them to catch up. And then, yeah, I also determined that after a point, and I think I remember seeing this before in the wiki, but after a point, you do end up where basically you only get more nomads every 50,000 value, because I did get more nomads. I got like 5 or 6, something like that. So I don't know exactly when that threshold is, but I think I could probably definitively say that we don't get any more nomads until we get basically certain thresholds of kingdom worth. So that kind of presents a couple of interesting situations, because as our kingdom worth grows, of course, we are getting assaulted by more and more things, which are getting more and more deadly as we go, and whenever that happens, it's a little bit of an issue. And yeah, so we either A, need to slow it down until our guys train up, or at least kind of slow down the progress of our all of our wealth building and whatnot, just generally, and wait for that to kind of catch up. Or, you know, just sort of run for it and then grow our military accordingly. So I'm going to take the first option for now. So that means, I mean, I've got a ton of value right now, I believe. Let me see. I'm looking to check and see what kind of bars I have right now. Yeah, I started making iron stuff. I started making iron weapons. Let me see. Where is Weaponsmith? Yeah, so I have all of these set up. Lead hammer, iron claymore, iron hand axe. That's good to go. Not worried about that. Next thing I need to start doing is iron armor, but we need a slightly... Yeah, I started doing iron breastplate. Needs armor plate. We're out of iron, so it's not happening right now. So basically, we can... I believe my last few episodes were a whole lot of remodeling, so we're going to do a little bit of underground exploration and see if we could find anything in there, and then I'll do my normal stream of consciousness thing, which I am so want to do. I definitely have been trying to figure out, hey, okay, what can I do? Because I think the next series I really want to do, oh geez, there we go, is definitely probably going to be Kerbal Space Program, and I'm going to play that for a while. And that game tends to have its extremely slow moments, and that might not be too entertaining. So I wish, aside from my fishly wishes, I don't know where that comes from. I just remember everybody saying that as a kid for a while. What was I talking about? Lightworks. Yes, okay, so Lightworks is the program I use to edit my videos, and I really wish that it had something more in the way of doing fast forward cuts a little bit easier. I can do them, and it's not like, you know, terribly atrocious or anything in its method. Oh, I'm paused. Hold on. There we go. But it is a little irritating because it requires probably like 5 or 6 more steps than something like, say, Sony Vegas would. And, you know, I'm debating. I definitely, there's parts in Kerbal Space Program where you just have to fast forward. Otherwise, you're kind of just drifting through space for, maybe not hours necessarily, but very long minutes. And there are a few occasions, depending on how you want to actually pull it off, where you'll be floating in space for hours. And it's also very iterative play. That is to say, you screw up a lot before you figure out how to do something. And the process behind that can be a little tedious, to say the least. So the plan is basically to just suck it up for the most part and go ahead and start making Kerbal Space Program videos where, you know, that's not a problem. And I'm just now have become self-aware and realized that I'm talking about a series that once I start doing it has probably already been playing for a couple weeks by the time you watch this video. So it's a little silly to kind of try to discuss it. I keep forgetting how completely disparate the time at which I am recording and the time at which I am posting is starting to get really, really extreme. This one is almost a month ahead of time. Yeah, the current date I am seeing right now on my computer versus the date this is airing, yeah, just shy of a month away. So it's pretty silly. But I want to get back to, I just want to put more videos up, really. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of like, okay, why am I, is there a real reason why I'm not, you know, posting a million videos at a time? Because I'm pretty comfortable where I am with my RL situation and all of that fun. And, you know, I've moved, the move is successful. I'm kind of stable at my job right now, and there's really no reason for me to not start churning out a ton of videos, aside from the fact that, you know, I have other things that I do want to do with my time as well. But that's you know, it's neither here nor there. Well, you know what? We will just do this to 25 because we're gonna have to cut that short anyways. Okay, an emu is born. Fantastic. Emu for the emu god. So yeah, but at this point I'm definitely kind of toying with the idea of, you know, okay, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna pull it off? All of that fun stuff where I want to get back in gear and start producing a ton of videos again, just because it would please me in a very, very demonstrable sort of fashion. There we go, 2 more extras. And then we will connect all of these hallways here. Ooh, that's a little much, but that's not going to bother me so much that I need to cancel everything and redo it. What was I talking about? Yeah, no, I'm ready to make more videos, I think. I'm just about there. There's a couple social life things in the social life I do attempt to have periodically that are starting to get in gear as well. So I think I'm going to wait and see how all of that ends up panning out. Before just going, you know what, it's totally fine to just be a guy who doesn't do a whole lot except try to save his pennies from time to time, and then makes a bunch of Let's Play videos in his other free time. There are multiple sections of free time that I have parceled out to myself. Let's say, let's go like this. Let's say, also a trademark Scott Manley sort of thing to say. Getting in gear for my Kerbal Space Program videos. What can I say about that? That's pretty much where I am on that. A merchant from the Stupid Cove. We can get more metal from them. Definitely a consideration. I'm gonna finish putting my torches and then we'll do that. Whoa. We're almost done with this floor, which I'm a little excited about because, truth be told, I'm getting a little boring over here. I'm sure you've noticed. Let's see, like so, and probably one there. And then we'll start careening over this way and then finish out that area, and we will finally be done with this floor once and for all. Good times. Let's go back up here and talk to the Stupid Cove guy. Seriously, random name generation. Hilarious. Hilarious stuff. That's the twin sister of our Bixel or Twit or whatever. I can't remember her name. Or his name. You really can't tell genders that easily unless they have a beard. Let's see. Pine clipping, copper ore, malachite, tin, iron, silver. Yeah, we're gonna get... Ooh, that's right. We started getting gold ore. I wonder if that's like a value thing or not. Oh, wow. That's almost 10k. We might want to skip some of these. You know what? We're gonna skip copper. We'll keep malachite because I like my green statues. Oh, but I do want... Oh god. Let me see. You know what? We'll go ahead and skip ore or gold ore. Hold on. Let's just sell everything and see what happens. How about that? That's the other idea. I wonder how much of a profit we're actually turning since we don't have a mining colony here. I'm gonna keep it to the stuff that we find incredibly practical. Again, we're not trying to really go nuts with our value right now in general, so I'm just gonna get all the cheap stuff, the stuff that we find incredibly practical and useful. So iron, tin, copper, and malachite. They're also cheap relatively, and then we're gonna go through and cull out some of this stuff. We got a bunch of poor goblin sandwiches. Yeah, our food situation is just fantastic, so we're going to cull out all of our poor food. Let's see. Oh, drinks are actually pretty low, so we're not going to do that. We'll keep the drinks. Let's see. We've got alpaca sandwich. Do we have any other poor things? Not really. Poor wheat beer. We'll keep that. Skulls can go. We'll just get rid of all of them. Marble block. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to get rid of. I'm thinking. Fine. We're looking for poor. There we go. We were in the statuette section. Let's go ahead and sell all the statuettes. Alright. Poor sapphire ring. Can go. Fine. Superior. Poor. Sapphire necklace. Yep. That can all go. We've got a new jeweler, so he kind of sucks. Oh, you know what? Maybe we will go ahead and buy some gold. We've got just enough for it. Why is that? Oh, silver 2 also bumps it up a little bit. Yeah, we need our jeweler to kind of practice a little bit, so we'll trade out our crap for slightly better things. We'll see what the actual value proposition is like in a little bit after they've had time to smelt everything down into bars. Let's see, we're over just a teensy bit there. Let me see. Yeah, we can spare about 1,000. So let me see if there's anything that would actually reach that easily. Not really. Except for some of our poor stuff. Let's keep some of our statuettes. Our high value statuettes can come back. Not only is it going to be easier to kind of guesstimate, but you know, we can turn around and sell that later a little bit easier. There we go, and that's close enough. I'll take it. Alright, done. And back to digging. Whee! Whoa, no, not yet. There we go. And yes, yes. We're gonna go ahead and mine out all this wall. Legendary emu sausage, fantastic. It's not really a good way to turn that into a your mom joke. I'm trying to think. It's not happening. Both thinking and your mom jokes. That's a bad habit. It's like the worst of comedic crutches. I don't know if I can actually claim that I'm like particularly funny. And I say this all the time, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I should stop, just because it's self-fulfilling prophecy in a way, and also because it's probably annoying. But yeah, your mom jokes, I don't actually like them. Like I think they're terrible. But sometimes, once in a great while, you'll come across one that's genuinely hilarious and just catches you off guard, and you're like, oh my god, that's why there's your mom jokes, is because of that thing that guy just said. It was hilarious and well timed, and fit the situation accordingly. And you know, I try. I do put effort into my bad humor. So but yeah, there's sometimes where it's too easy, and I have to take the opportunity. What can I say? So, and if I'm not trying to be funny, I'm trying to justify my unfunniness, and that's yeah, I don't know. I definitely kind of borders on club rot we don't care about. It borders in between a very fine line of not at all funny and a particularly bad attempt at some sort of observational humor. Hold on, I'm trying to see what depth we're at. Okay, we still need to go down. It's really hard to tell exactly where my cursor was originally, and I didn't feel the need to cancel it. There we go. It's the control mouse wheel. Will work. Save us all. You know what? Just for completion's sake, we'll dig out that wall. See what's over there. So it looks like we just got a little bit of extra coal. I guess, I mean, I'm just going to be shocked one day whenever I finally have all of my guys in armor, or iron armor specifically, and then that's how I'll know I found iron at some point. So torch. And we might as well set up all these build orders. It's going to take a while for them to catch up. And there we go. And excellent. Excellent. Cool. That should be enough to light everything, I believe. We'll add a couple down here at the end of these halls. Oh, and that one too. Okay, cool. And then go ahead, if you wouldn't mind, mine out these walls. This is just a perfect setup to get a zombie attack. A zombie. It's a zombie. Yeah, that's probably going to happen, but we'll cross that bridge whenever we get to it. or, you know, fall face first down the bridge forever and never quite reach a bottom. So, if I can get just a month ahead, like a solid month ahead of my videos, I'll consider this experiment to be a success, and then I can start working on my next series. So, that's all. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a one-off. This game, still, just to like clarify, and I don't think I've mentioned this in a while, but this game is very much so still in beta, and so there's a lot of work that needs to be done to it, and a lot of work that is being done to it. Purportedly, it hasn't been updated in a while, but apparently he's just working on bug fixing some particularly nasty bugs, so I don't hold it against him as long as, you know, he actually does release an update. All can be forgiven and will be forgiven at that time. Until then, no mercy. Jesus dev, get it together, etc. Let's see. Dig a hole. Dig hole. No, dig stairs down. That's what I want. Okay. Cool. On to the next floor. I'm tempted to just skip all the way down to where I know there's iron. Right here is some iron. But, at the same time, there's all kinds of other stuff I want to dig up as well, and there's still other metals that are worth finding, I believe. So there we go. There's a tired person who fortunately still has their legs. That's always nice. It's good to know. It's good to see somebody who can walk under their own power at speed while they're sleepy. So otherwise, tragedy ensues, and it's very sad and somewhat depressing. Still wondering if maybe I should go to, say, I would say probably around 45 or so. Dig this out and build some room for all my miners. That might be a good idea in the long run, just to keep them kind of centered around that area. And I know that's definitely a tactic in Dwarf Fortress, because there's a lot of ways for traffic to kind of back up and ruin your paths and everything, and it's less about whether or not they have legs and more about whether or not they can actually get anywhere. And you do kind of have to make sub-bases for haulers and miners specific to that particular task, you know, being mining. Also, our logs went down pretty low, and so I went ahead and reactivated everything, but it seems that they're at a pretty stable point right now with the way I have prioritized my farmers. So I don't have them chopping down fruit trees anymore, and I don't have them chopping down birch. I think just our 100 pine trees is going to be enough to carry us for most of our needs. Oh yeah, she's missing a leg. You can see the non-foot there. I think she was the last person. Yeah, that's our engineer, Zit, who lost a leg in some sort of conflict and now no longer has to worry about being in military service. You've done your service to us, Zit, and you are now free to live the rest of your legless life however you please. And let's see. Yep, everybody's training. We've got our perma crossbows, our perma hammer guys. We need to start working on making our claymore guys perma claymore guys. And also, the only other real consideration that I have is, or the only other thing I have to consider is my double-handed axe gnomes. Those guys probably need to. It's a toss-up because neither one of them are defensible. Like the claymores are two-handed weapons, and when we're dual wielding hand axes, so they're not really defensive units. Our defensive units are good to go. Like they're set up. The people who actually carry shields or keep their distance are already full-time military, so they do nothing but train and increase their stats, which is an ideal position to be in. But everybody else is kind of a, you know, well, we can make you perma-military, but at the same time, I mean, it's kind of a, like, okay, so we leave our defender guys training, and we want to absolutely make sure, but as to prioritizing our DPS guys, as much as I really want the DPS to be there, they're not nearly as high a priority as, say, making sure I have a dedicated workforce who's going to be able to continue working everything here and expanding, which right now they're doing really just fine at. Like, I don't have that many complaints. I kind of overthink things a little bit because I don't entirely understand the ratios that I need to be doing things in. I'm just checking to see what kind of ore we still have left. Yeah. Okay, cool. They're making their way through it, slowly but surely. It's kind of like how I'm over farming and I have to deactivate 2 of my farms because the food we get from just this, I mean, to me, appears to be a meager handful of animals, is apparently more than enough for everything we could possibly want. Let me see if there's anything I can make here. Mattress, ammo pouch. I'm trying to see if maybe there's something I should be making here. We want bolt of cloth. We're going to craft to 100. Just always have it ready. There we go. That's going to keep them busy and also make our storage situation just a teensy bit easier. Let's go ahead and create a stockpile. We're going to designate stockpile right here along this wall. We'll just do it there. Stockpile, and we're going to do cloth. Alright, and then that'll be goods, cloth, bolt, string, bandage, mattress. They don't bother me nearly as much. Bolt is really the main thing that kind of stands in your way of getting everything done. And then we'll go build a bunch of crates. Build. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe that should be enough to hold 100 bolts of cloth, no real problem. Now we just had an event. An emu is born, and then we had an event that doesn't save in the event log. Oh, well. Either way, that's the end of this video. We're just kind of checking in and seeing how things are going and seeing how our renovation project here turned out, which is not too bad. If I do say so myself, I rather like it. When we come back, we'll continue mining. We'll get into the second floor and hopefully find some good things. And then be able to make continued progress in our search for iron and its relevant technologies. So let's go ahead and one more torch here, and then I will sign out and let you know that this is Cardboard Decoy playing Gnomoria. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have fun.